Um, Hey everyone, it's Jenna, and I am live over here on Facebook and YouTube. I just tried to include TikTok on it, and I don't know. I don't think I went live. I think it just recorded. I don't know. I got to figure this whole thing out. I figured I'd go live at least once on TikTok before I'm hearing that they're going to be closing it. So I figured, well, let me go live at least once on TikTok before they cancel it, right? Sunday. It is Sunday. It is time for my yarn chat. I know I've been missing in action for a few weeks during the holidays. It just got so busy. If you haven't already checked it out, check out my video on redoing the dye studio. It's needed a refurbishment for a while now, and we set it up 6 years ago. Excuse me, and it's needed an overhaul. So we did that. We overhauled it, and we scrubbed the floors. Tyler scrubbed the floors, filled the cracks. I think he said he had like acid etch to make the epoxy stay, because we did an epoxy floor to it. So it has like anti-slip built in now, and like little colored speckles, and it's in a gray. I wish I had done it in like a black, but that's okay. I did it in a dark gray because that's all I could get. I used Rust-Oleum. Sorry, I'm getting tied up in all of my cords down here. You got to see this desk. I mean, you guys can see behind me, but that's just a cluster. But y'all ought to see in front of me because I've got post video. There we go. I have all these cables just sitting everywhere in front of me, which is just insane, because when we moved the desk in recently, we had it in another area, and when we moved the desk in, it just all kind of went, all the cables that were behind the desk now are in front of the desk. And now that there's a hutch, it's hard for me to redo the cables without tearing everything out. So that's what I'm in the process of doing, is redoing everything. But back to the discussion about the dye studio. Yeah. So I really hope you guys can hear me. I already tested my microphone and it seemed like you guys could. So yay. Sorry, I hear Charlie outside the door with the dogs. We redid the dye studio, like I said, redid the dye studio, and I think it looks great now. The floor, Tyler repainted all the walls, put down primer, repainted everything. I mean, just everything's got a fresh coat of paint on it, because the one thing about a dye studio is it gets messy. It ends up, because I've got the dye pots against the wall, and so dye hits the wall at times, depending on how vigorous you're splashing things. And sometimes the dye hits the wall. So it's gonna readjust. Oopsie, almost pulled out my printer cable. I really got to do something with these cables, guys. I really do. I've got to do something with these cables. Oh, I'm glad to see you guys here. Tell me if you are watching live or watching on replay, and say hi to me. Don't let me sit here talking to myself. Talk with me, chat with me. So the dye studio is being put back together today. And normally by today we should be done with dyeing club yarn, but we're not. We haven't even started dyeing club yarn yet. So club yarn's coming. But that's because the dye studio is going back together today. But oh my gosh, it is so worth it. I am so happy. So in December, my yarn dryer, it's a big thing that you spin, you put your yarn in, it gets all the water out, extracts the water. Think of a washing machine that only has a spin cycle. Okay, So that's basically what it is. A washing machine that only has a spin cycle. So that died. Um when did that end up going? I want to say that when just about the time we were dying last chance. So I had to get something quickly because I needed something. So I didn't have enough time to go and get a commercial thing. You know, yeah, gosh, I'm funny. Um, I went and just bought a washing machine, just a plain old washing machine, and top load with no center post. It's just open basin. And so I got one of those. What is it? It's I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's just the center base. It's just it doesn't have that agitator. Agitator doesn't have the agitator in it. So the centrifugal force pushes the yarn against the walls and it just kind of spins and it spins the water out. And I'm like, well, this should work. This will work because it's basically what I was going to buy anyways, on a commercial basis, but it's a Kenmore or not a Kenmore. It's a I don't know, Maytag. I don't know. So right now it's holding up pretty good. So we're gonna have to see. Of course we pretty much died last chance, and then we pulled the studio apart and we underestimated how long everything was going to take because it's cold out there right now. Yes, believe it or not, in Tallahassee, Florida, it's cold. It was 32 this morning when I left for church. Cold, 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 cold. I even had to put on socks. So, good morning, Carrie. How are you doing? Where are you from? So glad you joined me. So, so yeah, I had to put on socks this morning, which is something I hardly ever wear. But, so we underestimated how long the epoxy for the flooring was going to take to dry. Washington State, oh my gosh, Carrie, you must be really cold up there. Is it really cold up there? I'd imagine it's really cold up there. Or is Washington kind of like Oregon, where it kind of gets a little more mild winters? I think that's what Oregon gets is mild winters. I'm not 100% sure. So Tyler put the oh, thank you, Carrie. I'm so glad. Do you get the subscription box or do you just get the regular just like regular collections when I release them? I'm so glad you love it. Thank you. Tell me about your name, Yarny Elephant. Oh, depends on where you're at in Washington. Okay. That makes total sense. I guess some places, maybe towards the coast, could be milder. I've never been to Washington State. No. Yes, I have. I've been to Seattle. Okay, I've been to Seattle. That's right. When I took a cruise to Alaska, I flew into Seattle. So yes, I've been to Washington. It's beautiful up there. Seattle was really nice. Didn't get a whole bunch of time to do some sightseeing. The subscriptions, okay, yep. Yeah, so tell me about what's the Yarny Elephant? Tell me about that. So with the cold, we underestimated the number of days it would take the epoxy to dry for the floor. And then we did the then we ended up getting the 5-day epoxy for the floors instead of the 1-day epoxy, which I'm guessing is better because it gave it more time to cure. So that postponed everything. But go check on my YouTube because I have I have a big video out there from like day 1 through 6. I love elephants and needed a YouTube name. I don't blame you. That's a good one. Yep. You love elephants and needed a YouTube name. That's the best way to do that. To come up with a name. Oh, it's Sunday and my brain doesn't always want to think on Sundays. Moon Rose Crafts, good morning. Where are you from? You love to crochet? I'm learning, Carrie. I am learning to crochet. Not doing it real well. I'm still a little wonky in my sides and I'm still learning to count my stitches. Do they call them stitches in crochet, or are they more chains? I don't know. I'm still learning all that. Yeah, I'm still learning all that. So let me think of what else. Oh, I have a big project coming up. So I recently lost 80 pounds. So I made my sweater, right? A year ago, 2 years ago now, 2 years ago. Stitches, they are called stitches. Calgary, Canada, Moonrose Crafts. And I'm in Florida, and Carrie's on here, and she's in Washington State. So welcome, Moonrose Crafts. It's probably very cold in Calgary, Canada, I'd imagine. Colder than in Tallahassee, Florida. Tallahassee's very, very, well, this morning it was cold for us. Anyway, so I just lost 80 pounds. So you know what happens when you lose 80 pounds and you've knit yourself a sweater? Yeah, this is way too big for me now. I have to take off a lot of it. Hi, Carrie. You're live in Ohio. Thanks for joining us. So I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to turn it inside out because I don't want to give up the sweater, and I don't want to wear it huge, huge, huge. So what I'm going to do is turn it inside out, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and run a seam here, probably a mattress stitch, and then cut it. Let's hope that works. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've cut into socks for heels before, but I've never cut into a sweater that's already done. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run a seam down here and cut and see on each side and measure it up and mark it and everything like that. But I think that's what I'm going to have to do because I don't want to give up wearing this. And it's wonderful, but I love the sweater. This is Tin Can Knit sweater pattern. Let's see how big it is. Oh, you like the color? Thank you. Oh, we've got two Carries on here. So let me put it to you this way. It reaches my spine. Okay, if I wrap it around me, it now reaches my spine on the back. So it's too big, even with, people, who like their shirts baggy and boxy and everything and loose. No. I don't want that. So, I don't want that for that sweater. I want that to be more of a fitted sweater. So I have a lot of fabric to take off of that. Good thing and a bad thing. Mostly a good thing though. I'm drinking my protein shake this morning. I don't know if you could see over here, I'm putting together random stitch marker, my stitch marker mystery grab bags. I've been spending some time today doing that. Can you steek it and make a cardie? Oh, I bet I could. That's a great idea. Steek it and make it a cardie. It's super wash. So yeah, I'd have to just do that. Oh, that would be cute. That's a good idea. Thank you. Yeah. So it's Tin Can Knits, and the neck ended up being way too big. But what I did was they had for their shoulders, for their increases right here, they had more of, what is it? The make one left, make one right sort of thing for their increases. I decided to do eyelets to just give it a little bit more decoration. So I did the eyelets. But this is the Tin Can Knits. It's their free one that everybody does. And what I did was, instead of putting the garter stitch down here, I just did straight stockinette. I just did straight stitch. So, and then originally I just heard a truck start up. I think my son is going. He's going out. You have a girlfriend who wears a 5X? Yeah, it takes a lot to make a big sweater. This, I don't know how big this originally was, and honestly, I don't remember how big I made it originally. Let me see. Let me take a measurement. I might not share the measurement with y'all, but I'll at least take it because I don't remember what size I made it. So I've got it folded over 4 times right now because I have it folded. So relatively, wow. Yep, too big. Wow. Absolutely. Yeah, no wonder it reaches my spine now. Oh man. It's the first time I've actually measured that thing. Yeah, I bet it would be super cute as a cardi with some cute buttons. I think so too. You guys have a great idea about me doing a cardi with it. So I think I might do that. Thank you. That's a great idea. But it'll be a big cardi. Well, I guess I could. It would just be a loose cardi. Or when I'll just have to remove extra fabric from it because I've got to remove about over a foot. Close. I've got to remove about 1.5 feet of fabric from the sweater. Yeah. So, but I love it. I love my little sweater. Thankfully, the next one I made it smaller. You like your cardis big? Yeah, big comfy cardis are good. I just wanted this to be, this is just too big. This has about 18 inches of positive ease. Yeah. Yeah. So for me, that's too big. 18 inches for me is too much positive ease for my sweaters. So, yeah, I'm excited to start getting the dyeing started up again this week. Getting the dye studio back together has been an ordeal. We're in the middle of doing that right now. So much to do. Let me think of what else. Oh, so I talked with you about this. I don't know what else I'm doing. I think I have a whip in here I can share. I do have a whip in here I can share. So I have been working on, oops, something just went rolling. Oh, it was my my needle cover. Okay. Whoa, wait a minute. There's the sock one. Put the sock one back. Put it up there because I'm making socks with that. So I've been working on a shawl. Yeah, you know what? Let me turn off this light. There we go. That way it doesn't blow it out. I've been working on a shawl. And this was a color from March of last year, February of last year, something like that, early last year. And so I just, there's no pattern. It's just a basic crescent. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. Oop, focus for me, baby. Focus for me. It doesn't want to focus. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Focused again. So, and I just did the garter tab cast on. And so it's going to make a crescent. And as you can tell, right now it's not even a shawlette. Right now it's very spring feeling. Yeah, it was a spring color last year. It was I guess it was like bunny hop or something last year. Yeah, I don't remember where it is. Anyways, so I've been working on this. Problem is that when I work on it, I've been really bad about remembering whether or not, because I know I did a 3 border, and there's my stitch marker, and then I did my increase, and then I got over to here, Okay. And I see my stitch marker. Now, and as you can tell, it's crooked. It's really crooked because every time I pick it up, and you can tell when I first pick it up, because I can't tell whether it's whether I'm doing my yarn over before I move the marker or after I move the marker. So I thought about ripping it out and going back and starting it over. And then I thought, you know what? No, this one is pretty much in place. This one is pretty much sort of in place too. I think I can fix that with blocking. This one starts to get a little wonky. It was doing really good for a while and then really went wonky. And then knit, yarn over, slip the marker, knit 3. So I have no idea. Oh, and why I have this in there. I was going to do another section here for an increase, and then I didn't. And I just never took the stitch markers out because I was going to make this, I was going to divide it and make this another section. So yeah, I have it written down on the pattern. The pattern is really more of a formula, but I have it written down. I knit a lot by just formulas. You know, it's like, this is how you make a crescent shawl. So this is what you do. But the thing is that when I'm sitting there and I'm like watching TV or listening to a podcast or a book on tape, I kind of forget where I am. And so I forget whether or not it's yarn over, slip marker, or if it's slip marker, yarn over. I really, you know what I need to do? I need to get some of those stitch markers out there that say, you know, yarn over. That way I know, or just come up with a method of doing it. I mess myself up all the time doing that. Yeah, I mess myself up all the time doing that. I am going to be casting on a pair of socks with this. I love it. It's just a pretty pink, and y'all know I love pinks. Writing it out ahead of time and then keeping track on the pattern help? You know, Carrie, it would, and it is written. That's the problem. It is written out. I gotta find it. Where did I put it? Oh, it is written out somewhere. Somewhere it's written out. I don't know. But yes, no, it is written out. I just don't bother to look at it half the time because I'm just sitting there and I'm listening to a podcast or a book on tape or watching something. I just got done binge watching 1883 and then just finished season 1 of 1923. And I really enjoyed those. I started to watch Yellowstone. I watched the first couple episodes and I'm like, I like more of the old timey things than, you know, the modern aspect of it. So I think I'm going to give up on Yellowstone, but I've really liked, if you haven't watched anything like that, 1883 is great and 1923 was great. I wish they had, instead of bringing in the aunt and uncle for 1923, I wish they had just made it so that the parents were older, even if they couldn't have gotten back, you know, Faith Hill and what's his name? Faith Hill's husband. It's not Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah, I don't know. If they couldn't have gotten Faith Hill and her husband back, I think they just should have gone ahead and just used the characters, the Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford, and just made them the parents. I think, I don't know. For me, continuity would have been better. I don't know. So I've been watching that. Tim. Thank you, Tim McGraw. As soon as you said that, Tim McGraw. Okay, thank you. For some reason, I keep saying Billy Ray Cyrus, and I have no idea why I keep saying that. See, yep, you guys knew. And I'm sitting here going, Faith Hill's husband. Oh, look at, yep. See, wanted to make sure you guys are still awake and listening to me. So that's what I've been watching. I'm waiting for the last episode of Outlander to come out for this season. I'm a little speechless. If you haven't watched Outlander, close your ears if you haven't watched the last episode. But I'm waiting for Outlander, the final episode, to come out. And you know, if you watch Outlander and you've seen the last one, you saw the penultimate episode, you know they're not going to kill her off. I mean, come on. But still, it's like, really? Do you guys have to do this? It's just kind of like, seriously, guys? So I watched that. Let me think, what else have I watched recently? Oh, I'm really enjoying A Beautiful Mind series on I think it's on Peacock. I'm really enjoying that. It's kind of like the old Doctor House movie, the old Doctor House shows. But it's like modern days. I really like it. What else am I watching? What else am I watching right now? I am watching. Let me see. What else am I watching? Let me look, and I will tell you what else I'm watching that I'm really enjoying. Oh, on Apple TV, I just got done watching Severance or Severed. That is so cool. I cannot wait for the second one to come out on that. I'm enjoying The Agency. I'm watching that. I want to start watching Dexter, but I haven't watched any of that yet. For books right now, I am reading a Vince Flynn book. I'm not really sure. It's like he's written like the guy's has like 20 of them. So I think I'm reading the latest one right now. And when I say read, I really do mean listen on audio tape so I can knit, because I'm not one of those people who can knit and read at the same time. But you give me a good, shoot 'em up, or you've watched all of Dexter, you like it. Some seasons are slow, but hold on. Yeah, I haven't started yet, but I want to. I like almost everything Taylor Sheridan does. So Lioness, um, 1823. I want to watch Landman next. I watched Agency, which is one of his, and that I really like. It's got Richard Gere in it. Really like that. I'm liking how a lot of the older stars who were, really big and popular, were lead actors like when I was a teenager. I really like that they're coming back and doing a lot of things now. It's really kind of cool. Um, I did watch, okay, so I am not a Star Trek nerd. I am not a Star Trek nerd. Let me say this, okay? No. But I did watch Discovery and loved it. Um, and I think they said that Discovery was made for non-Trekkie nerds. It was made for bring more people in, and it was great. I loved it. So I watched that, and then I binge watched Lower Decks, the animated one. That was so cool. I binge watched that series, and I really enjoyed that. But when Dave and I first started dating, he would not go to a rom-com movie or watch a rom-com show. He would not. And so if I wanted to go to the movies or if I wanted to watch TV with him, I had to watch a action film. So I went from enjoying rom-coms and stuff like that to enjoying all sorts of action movies and shows now. So that's what I watch, because that's what we did. So now it's like, I'll watch a rom-com, but if you put a spy thriller in front of me, I'm like all over it. There are some like cozy murder mystery books I want to read, if I can get them on tape. But yeah, how long have I been going? Only about a half an hour. That's not bad. I'm still drinking my protein shake. It's vanilla. It's vanilla. It's not bad. I'm doing keto. Gunny Rose. No, what's Gunny Rose? Tell me about that. I haven't done the Gunny Rose series, read it. So tell me about that. I'm doing low carb keto, and so my protein shake is water with a splash or two of heavy whipping cream because it's the lowest carb, and then it's the protein powder. So it kind of lacks the desire to drink it. But hey, it's low carb, and that's what I'm doing. So it's good. But no, I haven't watched the Gun or read the Gunny Rose series. I need to find out more about that. I don't know what else to talk about today. I do want to see. Okay, I do want to go ahead and dive in and see real quick what Ron Shepherd sent this month. I can't wait to look at it. And wasn't going to open anything on camera today, but she sent this month's stitch markers, and I can't wait to see it. So I'm going to cut it open. It's a post-apocalyptic world that has a female gunslinger and wizards and other really neat elements by Charlene Harris. Oh, ooh, that does sound good. I'm going to have to try that. But that does sound good. She puts it in the bubble wrap here that I love. That's cute. Yeah, thing. And then she puts it in these. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Let me open this. Open for me. Oh. There's more in here. I'm just opening one package of them. Hopefully I didn't just cut into my, no, I didn't. Okay. I was hoping I didn't just cut into my mat. Grab one. Let's see it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So this is the stitch marker. They came in yesterday. They were sitting on my table, and I just wanted to see them. You can see the flower in there. I think. Excuse the bad manicure. I don't paint my nails very well. So here you go. I love it. It's not a 4-leaf clover. It's like a little rosy type thing. It's a little flower bud. So it'll match the bags that Shelly, Miss Fiber Fox, is making. So I gotta hold this in there. She puts them in little packets like this, and then puts them in a bag, and then puts them in bags and ships them to me in a big package. So yay, I'm excited. I was looking forward to seeing what that looked like, and she did a great job. So if you're watching, Laura, you did a great job on the spun stitch markers as always. Can't wait for upcoming movies. Oh, they're going to be making movies of it? Oh, that's awesome. Let's see. I'm waiting to watch the last season until the last episode comes out. Oh, for Outlander, Carrie? So you're going to wait until season 9? And season 9 is done in order to, okay, in order to watch. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good way to do it. I kind of gave up part of the way through the series because through parts of it, it was getting to be a bit much. I started to watch House of the Dragon. Made it through season 1, halfway through season 2, and then something else caught my eye, so I've got to go back and watch that. But love Bridgerton, love Outlander, love all of those. Yeah. Well, what else I want to talk about? I'm reorganizing all the space behind me, and Tyler is working on the dye studio today and getting it all up and running so I can dye some things. I have a funny story I'll share with you guys. So when yarn came in 1 month, Tyler was helping me dye it, and they were the minis for the club. Bless his heart. I gave him the counts that I needed for the minis, and he dyed too many. And when I say he dyed too many, He dyed $900 worth of yarn that I didn't need. Yeah. $900 worth of minis. All the same color, all in one weight, all pink. You see the pink right there? That's the color. So, a lot of pink minis. Those are just a few. That's just a handful of them. I've got a big old bucket of $900 worth of minis. I have, yeah, exactly, Moonrose, exactly. So I think I'm going to over dye them for Valentine's. I think I'm gonna with that color pink. I think I'll do maybe some speckles on some. Maybe I'll do some darker. Maybe I'll try to over dye some red. So let's see how they turn out. But I think I think I'm gonna do a Valentine's collection, but they're probably all gonna be DK. Is to try to get rid of my minis. Bless his heart, he was trying. And maybe you can use them for Susan G. Komen Month, breast cancer awareness. Oh, that's a good idea. Or make peeps. Oh, peeps would be cool. I could do that to make peeps. That'd be an awesome idea. Yes. Thank you. Ooh. Yes, 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 yes. That would be awesome. They're pink. I could also maybe over dye some purple and make some purple peeps. That would be cute. But yeah, so now when he goes to help me, I make sure to separate out the yarn, and because half of that was for another project that we were doing. It was for another collection. And it was just so funny when I was like counting up the yarn. I'm like, honey, that's a lot of DK yarn. It's more than I needed. And I'm like, did you get into this other yarn? And he's like, I thought that's what that was. I'm like, oh. And he dyed up, yeah, $900 worth of DK minis. I'm not mad about it. Even he was like, "Oh my gosh, you're so mad." I'm like, "No, I'm not. Mistakes happen. People make mistakes. No biggie. It's how you handle the mistakes. Did you learn from them?" I learned to give him the exact number. Even some bunnies. Yes. Oh, bunnies would be cute. And then do like a little mini pom-pom for the tail. Oh, I like that idea. I like that. You've got some good ideas, Moonrose Crafts. Thank you. Those are some great ideas. Um, Let me think. I think I might do that. And yeah, I don't know what else I'm doing right now. That's it. I'm gonna cast on a sock. Gonna finish packing up mystery stitch markers kits. Jenna, how long have you been dyeing yarn? Since Tyler was 15. So this year will be 10 years. This will be 10 years that I've been dyeing yarn. I started Valentine's sock in DK weight with a larger size yarn. Make a set. Ooh, Carrie, that's a great idea. Yeah, make DK weight socks. Well, here's 5 minis, 20, 40, 60, 81. Yep, 5 minis to instead of a full skein. Here's 5 minis. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll sell them as one full skein is 5 minis here, all the same color. All mistakes happen. It's fine. I'm not mad. He was surprised I wasn't mad, but I'm like, we've all made mistakes. But now I started dyeing yarn when he was 15, because I enjoyed it. I used to be an oil painter. That was like one of my creative outlets. And then I started dyeing yarn, and how fun it was. I was doing it just for me. Then I started on Etsy, and then a couple years later, I moved to my own website, and I just have the best customers and slash friends, because all of my customers just become friends. And so I have the best people, and y'all are great. And I just keep growing, and I love it. I love dyeing yarn. I was a project manager before this, working for the state in IT, and I gotta tell you, I Like this a lot better. Yeah. Let's see. Use them for doodle sets for Valentine's Day. Pink milk, bananas, cookies, cows. Pink, oh, like strawberry milk for Valentine's Day. I like that. Bananas. Yeah, it would be a cool idea. I wouldn't want to eat a pink banana though, but it would be a cool idea to make a pink banana. I could. I could. That would be awesome. I did see the floor in 24, but this year I'm buying So You See Me for subscriptions again. Oh, thank you, Carrie. Um, um, I enjoyed dyeing yarn, and so I started, and I started in my kitchen, and then I went into one of the guest rooms, and then finally it was like, okay, I need an actual dye studio. So 6 years ago, oh no, wait, 7 years ago now, we we moved me into the dye studio. We made it 8 years ago, 2018. 7? Okay, so it's like 7 years ago now. I keep forgetting we moved to 2025. So yeah, we made a dedicated dye studio. So I had to put in I had to put in a whole bunch of breakers and a whole bunch of new outlets, because I found that when I started to dye with all of my things across, I was breaking popping circuits everywhere. So I had to have plumbers come in to re-plumb all of my sinks. I had to have electricians come in and rewire for new breakers so that would stop popping things when I ran all the pots at once. Um, so yeah, and so now it's just a big old empty space, and filling it back in for me. So it's been fun. It would be nice to have a garage again, but it's also nice to have that space for a dye studio. Um, and it's convenient that it's right outside my door. So, I mean, if I can't sleep in the middle of the night and I want to work at like, 2 in the morning, if I can't sleep, I go outside and work. A Valentine's set instead of a Valentine's chocolate. Put the minis in a special box like they are chocolates. No calories or dietary worries. Oh, that's good. I like that idea. I really like that idea. No, yeah. Put it in a little chocolate box. That would be fun. Yeah, I like that idea. Do something cute with it. Trying to think of what else to chat about, because now I'm just wasting time because I don't want to have to go outside and assemble tables and stuff. Yeah. I don't want to go outside. It's cold. Let me see. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Good afternoon, Jenna. Right now, it's 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 42 degrees.
Yeah. I don't know if I really want to go outside and put together the dye studio today. I'm actually not wearing my flip-flops. I always wear my flip-flops. I always wear my flip-flops, and I have socks on today and big old fuzzy slippers. Okay, so a year ago or two, Hohi made slippers. So let me pull off the other slipper. Don't want my dirty slipper. Hohi made slippers. Okay, we all love her bags, right? She made slippers. She made slippers. Okay. Look at that. These are Hohi slippers. I love it. So they're all the suede. This is the chocolate brown. They're suede. And then here's the wool. Is that starting to separate? Ooh. Well, they're handmade. What do you expect? But yeah, it's just right there that they're starting to separate. But I've been wearing these for a while now, but they are awesome. So Hohi, if you're watching, which let's face it, Hohi's not watching me, but if you are, those are your slippers. I don't think she still makes them anymore, but I bought them. I bought a couple pairs. I bought chocolate brown, and I bought like the lighter January, the lighter like tan brown. When does January subscription start? Carrie, it is supposed to start shipping between the 15th and the 20th. Normally, I dye it around the 5th to the 10th, but the dye studio is not being put back together yet. Oh my God, those are comfy. They are. They are. So if Hohi is still selling slippers on her website, she sells out of everything, like in a heartbeat. You can't really tell I have a Hohi addiction, do you? No. There's a whole bunch more bags underneath there. So, whole bunch more. Love Hohi stuff. But as I enjoy supporting small businesses. So, you can tell that it's 42 degrees, 46 degrees, and I'm not a big fan right now of having to go outside and assemble dye tables and shelving because everything got disassembled, everything got cleaned, left, went into a storage unit, and now Tyler's loading everything up in his truck and bringing it all back. And I really should go out there and help him. But the truck's not back yet. It means he's still at the storage unit getting everything. But I'm procrastinating. Do you guys procrastinate? I procrastinate. I really do. I'm terrible sometimes about procrastinating. I am. It's 46 degrees outside, guys. I don't want to go out there in the cold. I live in Florida. It was 26 when I woke up this morning and went outside when I had to leave to go to church. It was 26 degrees. I had on gloves. I had on a hat. I had on a cowl. I had on a jacket. I had on my Ugg boots. I was like winter. I was winter. And which is kind of cool because in Florida, we normally don't get winter. So all of the woolens you make, you don't really get a chance to use. So this time I actually got to use them for this weekend, which has been nice. But Alexa, what's the temperature tomorrow?
Tomorrow, expect a high of 52 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's better. 52 is a little bit better. Yes, I talk to her all the time. Yeah. It annoys Dave. It really does because she'll be talking and everything. You're a procrastinator too? I am. I'm a procrastinator with a lot of things. It's just cold. It's cold outside, but normally the yarn ships between the 15th and the 20th. I always tell everybody it ships by the 20th. So that gives me 7 days to dye it all, pack it all, and move and get it all out there, which I can do. I can do that. Between Tyler and I, we can do that. We just have to get the dye studio set back up again, and it's cold outside. Woo! Okay, enough whining. But yeah, no, I need to. What do you procrastinate on, Carrie? What are some of the things you like to procrastinate about? I just don't want to go out in the cold. If it's cold, I'm procrastinating. I'd rather take hot than cold. But yeah, if it's cold, bye, Moonrose. It was nice having you here. Catch me next Sunday. Hopefully, I'll be back on next Sunday at the regular time, which is 11:45ish. Because yeah, I'm procrastinating. I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm just sitting here rambling and procrastinating, and I can't have Tyler do it all himself. It's my business. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna say goodbye and wish me luck being out there in the freezing cold. I know for those of you living in the actual cold, tell me to suck it up, Buttercup, because it's not cold considering where you guys are. But for Florida, it's cold. So I'm going to suck it up, Buttercup, and I'm going to go outside and bundle up, and I'm going to go and set up the dye studio so I can get you guys out the door. Oh, January stopped selling, Carrie. January stopped selling. February's selling now. Orders usually close at the end of the previous month. So February will start. February should be starting probably Monday to sell. Wear your lovely woolies. I'm planning on it. Everything because you want to crochet. You wish you had the Florida weather. Yes, it's. Where are you from, Sierra? Bye, Jenna. Bye, Jenna. That was Carrie. You wish you had the Florida weather. So do we. It's not really Florida weather right now. It's really not Florida weather right now, but I've got to go before Tyler comes back and has a truckload of things for me to unload. So, Ohio, the Corn Belt. Oh, is it cold there right now? I'd imagine it probably would be. Oh, thank you guys so much for joining me live this morning. I know if you're Eastern time, it's lunchtime-ish, and if you're not Eastern, then it's earlier in the day. 20? Yikes. Well, it was in the 20s here when I woke up too. But yikes, 20 degrees. Yikes. I'm gonna go, guys. This time I really am gonna go. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining me live. If you're watching this on replay, put hashtag replay and 40s in Florida. No, Sarah, 20s in Florida. 20s in Florida, Sierra. Yeah, at least in North Florida. I don't know what it is in South Florida, but in the Panhandle, it's been cold. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Spending your Sunday morning with me. Bye now.